Dr. Vogue, bragging about being broke again. Beautiful Kitsuki pottery amongst the shattered men. Matter bands when you apply enough pressure. Pleasure never meant insanely hard. So rip these words apart, leave them scattered on the battlefield. Legs and arms, swords and bombs, it never stops. On and on, back in 94 I was a real young kid. Now I'm bald Buddha dwelling in the city where the rain lived. Climb the path to power and the only route to glory is a true story written in parable and allegory. Bad people doing bad things for good reasons. Sad people suiciding the way to freedom. Flow got down syndrome, lyrics are autistic. My mind is a bullet, but that just means ballistic. Retarded and I'm spazzing on to put me in a special class, waiting for the bell to ring, but even it won't save your ass. Save your ass, 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 save your ass.
Tollyrot again, bragging about a middle class. Same damn mundane day, gotta hit it fast. Considering where I've been, I have to sit and laugh. An old man with a bold plan who got a little back. Had to whittle past the system with a reputation for making every step difficult as a riddle with no hints of relation. It's business before it's sacred. It's business before it's sacred. This is for the basics, formed with emplacements, born with a faith that's been worn or forsaken. If we stray from their course, we can stay fit. Build a core they can't break in. Watch the force awake. Until then, gotta get that broccoli up. Sip hot toddies and smoke ungodly bud in a shoddy hut owned by Dr. Vogue way over the ocean in Bosnia. What's stopping us? Stopping us, stopping us, stopping us, stopping us, stopping us, stopping us.
Every time my penis is used, it drops a few pew. Whenever I finger bang a chick, my favorite sound effects is pew pew. I need this criminal activity to work out a few more times. I'm done signing my name without reading the paperwork first. April 1st, the worst day for a woman to say she gave birth. Who told you that fool's gold is being sold for the price of diamond? I've been hiding in a psilocybin cocoon. I knew Eisenhower was Caucasian due to the fact his name's Dwight. You should be neutered if you ever have to say I have to ask the wife. Words don't cut deep enough when you have half the knife. Welcome to the circus where the accidents happen on purpose. Look closely, you can see the fleas and lice jumping through my dreadlocks. Look at my mask, it's golden. Don't ask, who am I? No emotion. Dr. Vogue, Tollyrot, the gods.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be playing Caves of God. I don't know what else I'm gonna be doing. Who knows? Who cares? Right? It's got 0 watch hours on this stream. Contribute literally nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna be playing Caves of God. Oh God, God damn it. That's not good. That was really not good. Who cares? There we go. That's better. Because who does care? Um, Yeah. Let's finally actually watch that. One of my favorite stories from the Three Kingdoms. Never, in my opinion, never gets told correctly because this was a real dude. This, anyway.
I'm Bobby Bottle Service, aka Bobby Bottle Service. I have a great desire to know the unknowable, to see the unseeable, to understand paralegal activity, aka ghosts. With me, as per always, is my best friend and night vision videographer, Peter Paparazzo.
Yo, I'm not particularly afraid of any specific ghost.
And our deaf mute sound guy, Gian. I mean, this kid always shows up. And together, we're very much ghost bouncers. So we recently got a call from an old-timey tourist location that they had found ghosts. So we went down there to find those ghosts and bounce those ghosts out, bro.
This building dates back to the 1800s when it was originally a brothel. And in 1854, there was a massive fire here that destroyed much of the third floor and the attic.
We were very much aroused to learn that this location had at one time been a brothel. Dude, this place is so old, there's no like flat screens or anything.
In 1854, there was a
is that a
massive fire
ghost?
here that burned
No,
down
bro,
this
that's a
entire
very much cute, adorable elderly woman.
It's been reconstructed, and obviously we've added
What
a
is
few
this, Little
modern
House on the
comforts like
Scary?
electricity to
Jen, did you
its
get that, bro?
original structure. Please follow me upstairs. Now, one girl did die in the fire. She was 16 years old, and as the story goes, she was on her way to turn her first trick.
So she was a whore?
She was, yes.
But in addition to as well as she was a virgin.
Yes.
Virgin whore, bro.
Perfect.
Perfect. Dude. Apparently, this woman was a girl who was also a virgin, but as well as a hooker who had died in a fire. Her skin bubbled.
Some people say they smell the waft of a jasmine perfume.
I've ever much put mathematics together and realized that this virgin was also in as well as the ghost.
Do you date me? Because I think I love you. Why do you look away? Why don't you smile for me?
It turned out this ghost was no demon. She was an angel.
I'm happy you guys are here. You know, when I first started working here, I thought it was just a tourist thing, but now I think this place really might be haunted by that virgin ghost.
Listen, the last thing the ghost bouncers want is for anything to hurt that beautiful face. Or what's under that doily, which I can only assume is supernatural.
Oh, Peter, show a little more of ever much respect to this beautiful creature here. But in a related note, excuse me, are you 9/11?
No?
Because I could never forget you.
I'm going home. You guys are repulsive.
Does that mean cool hair?
Excuse me, before you go, does this look like the ghost that you were discussing?
Let me get a shot of that, bro. You get a sound on that, bro?
John, we get a good sound on this?
So this is how we lure the ghosts in. We create a VIG area, very important ghosts. The VIG area is for ghosts who want to appear better than other ghosts and will spend upwards of $500 spooky dollars on it.
Bro, do you smell that?
Yo, I don't know if I smell it, bro.
I'm smelling crazy hints of jasmine, and these glow sticks are going bananas, bro. Dude, I'm gonna go upstairs and see if this virgin whore is ready to dance, but for real, bro.
Go for it! So while Bobby's luring the girl upstairs with his feminine wiles, I'm gonna be downstairs starting the party up, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just don't like Nick Kroll. Oh God. Danzig was in Portlandia. That's unfortunate.
Well, the answers to that are one, it's Hollywood, and two, it's... Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about humiliation. Yeah, humiliation, that's the feeling you get when you've lost some self-respect or you're ashamed of yourself. It's a terrible thing. But did you know that humiliation can also be inflicted? Well, who would do such a thing? And why? Well, the answers to that are one, it's Hollywood, and two, it's because they worship the devil. And if you want to get in their little club, it's going to cost you great humiliation. Kind of like John Cena at the Oscars.
Costumes. They are so important. Maybe the most important thing there is.
This wasn't just some cute little bit. Oh no, this was a humiliation ritual. Now, I know this because the internet told me. Humiliation ritual. Did Hollywood force John Cena to appear nude at the Oscars? Anytime they ask a question in the title, the answer is yes, and play.
This is a humiliation ritual, all right? Like in 2000, I think, 20 started wearing dresses. He's on OnlyFans doing weird crap.
I hope it was worth it, John Cena.
Hollywood does this when you want fame and fortune. They make you, either you sell your soul, or you make a crazy sacrifice, or they have to shame your ass like this. And dude, this is not him.
No, this is him.
Do you think he wants to do that? Well, Adam, his ex-wife is there. Nikki Bella was there. And then his fan base is there. Bro, there's kids watching you. Mind you, I've had my clothes off, naked G-string. I was on Showtime.
Well, hang on, what did he say?
I was on a late night. Kids are asleep. I'm not doing that shit on the Oscars.
Hold on. You were naked in a G-string?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what was that all about?
But hold on.
Can we get some images of this?
I was on Showtime. I did a protest stripper. I didn't write the sketch. It was old and it was on Showtime, like I said, late night. This is the Oscars.
Why do you keep saying it's on Showtime? It's on Showtime.
Because the kids, well, you think of an 8-year-old kid is watching Showtime that late at night?
Look at how humiliated he is. And for some reason, that gives me joy and more respect for myself. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I get it now. Broski at the start spoke too much. He did it too, Lamau. Children should never see nude bodies until they are married. End of story. What part of Hollywood are you from that you think children should be getting married? Get out of here, devil. And reply.
I gotta see that image.
Get out of there, Rob. Get out of there, Rob.
Oh man, he really does not want to talk about this, but I do. I thought this conspiracy was bullshit until the guy dressed as Willy Wonka's dad accidentally admitted to getting humiliation ritual. I'm definitely going to look more into this, but I'll have to do my own research because the Illuminati already got this guy once. And by my own research, I mean I'm going to use ChatGPT. Watch this. Hey, ChatGPT.
Yes?
You see this guy? What episode of a Showtime show can I see him dancing around in a G-string?
Season 6, Episode 9 of Californication.
Cool, thanks. Now show me your asshole.
I'm sorry, but I can't engage in inappropriate or explicit discussions.
And that's why you'll never make it in Hollywood, kid. Season 6, Episode 9 of Californication. And humiliate. Now, when it comes to Hollywood humiliation rituals, an old school classic is to make men wear dresses on screen. I think you'd be surprised how many of your favorite actors have fallen victim to this. Hollywood humiliation rituals exposed. Dark truth about Hollywood. Hollywood is evil. Goddamn right. And play.
Now look at all these men that have dressed up like women, and go ahead and tell me that it's for comedy, or just a coincidence, and it has nothing to do with an actor.
Wait, well, hang on. That's Andre 3000 in a kilt. That's probably the least humiliating thing he's ever worn. Oh no, wait a second. They got them? Oh shit, they got CeeLo? Nah, come on, not CeeLo. Oh my God, they even got Charlie Chaplin. That's crazy. How'd they do it? He's like one of the first actors.
So is it your first Met?
Yeah, because that's normal. Keep thinking outside that box they try to put us in. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section.
Oh, these comments are gonna rule. I love your channel. Thank you. Oh, shit, that's it? Wow. All right, well, that's gonna make this comment awkward. First of all, half those clips were from SNL, so maybe that's something worth looking into. Other than that, I wish the Hollywood elite would use their creativity a bit more when deciding how to humiliate people. You can't just keep putting dudes in dresses to humiliate them in an increasingly liberal country. If you want to really humiliate rising stars and keep them under your heel, release their Discord chat logs from when they were teenagers. Timothy Chalamet probably thinks he's the cock of the walk right now, but just wait till all the N-bombs from his past come back to haunt them. The best part is you don't even have to be a Hollywood elite to do this. Anyone can humiliate humiliate famous people with absolutely no ulterior motive other than it's funny. And then Hollywood makes some dude wear a dress and we're supposed to freak the fuck out? Nah, I'm too busy over here retweeting a sex tape from some rapper I've never heard of who's humiliating himself on purpose to get new fans. That said, I will admit I no longer think of any of the people in this video as men. God bless you all. End post. So anyway, yeah, dudes in dresses, that's old school Hollywood humiliation, but technology has advanced a lot since the invention of cinema, and with it, new ways to do humiliation rituals. Like, for instance, Madam Web.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
You know what, that's probably the most of this I can show before some copyright bot comes and snatches it away, so let's just skip to those royalty-free comments below, because you already know what Madam Web is. I mean, come on. I saw this movie on a plane and people still walked out. I couldn't even finish this trailer. I closed the window and threw my laptop out of the same window. I'm writing this from my phone before I throw it too. What is going on with these shit movies? It was a cringe-worthy addition for the Pedowood universe for sure. Madam Woke shit. Worriest movie of 2023. I didn't know Spider-Man has mom. Worst thing to happen to cinema since Jessica Simpson. Wow, there's a lot of different walks of life in that comment section. But what I find interesting about this is that typically you get a lot of different people arguing from their versions of the world. And in here, everyone's in agreement. I see all age demographics,
hot times.
every single culture reflected in these comments, and not a single argument. It's kind of beautiful. That's just good comment etiquette. And so is this. I've never seen a Hollywood humiliation ritual that involves an entire cast and crew before. Even the studio that made this movie must feel humiliated. What secret cabal could possibly exist to talk so many people into humiliating themselves? It's all good though. I thought it was a fun movie. Plus, I'm a big Dakota Johnson fan. I hope they don't humiliation ritual her by making her dress like a dude on SNL. That's how they got my girl Paula Poundstone way back in the day. And post. Uh-oh. What's that on the bottom of the screen there? It says you're about to get a mid-roll ad? Oof. How humiliating. Looks like someone should have used NordVPN. And just search for the city you want to connect to and get a... Interesting. Welcome back. Now, the more I think about these Hollywood humiliation rituals, the more I see them all around me. I mean, of course, you got your political humiliation rituals. Oh yeah, someone definitely got killed over this. Even chess championship humiliation rituals. This guy got so good at chess, they had to start a rumor he was sticking computers up his ass.
The allegation was that your coach had basically instructed you to insert anal beads inside yourself, which he would then send remote signals to.
All of this, all controlled by the Illuminati. They're even beginning to creep into online entertainment. That's right, they know that we're the future, and they can't have us running around uncontrolled. So they're humiliating us by planting people like Jack Doherty into our midst.
How you bring a knife through a gunfight? Bow! Yeah, you don't want the smoke, and I'm picking up both my bullets. Let me shoot your camera. Wait, don't move, don't move. Hold it lower, hold it lower, hold it lower. Yeah, no, the camera. Oh. You see my f***ing aim, Lucky? Run!
See, this is humiliating for me to even watch, which I guess that's what the Illuminati wants? Because I'm losing self-respect by the second here. Yep, just running around doing little kid stuff. Why am I watching this? Oh, that's adorable.
You're kicking her! You're kicking my fucking girlfriend, you bitch!
What's going on? What are these little kids doing?
Now we can't box, there's a whole... Oh!
I slapped the dog shit out of you. I slapped the dog shit out of you.
I'm done. Let's check the comments. Get kicked off the internet. Boo! Can you stop the bullet? Watching you around, buddy. Whoa, that's a death threat. You have a disease. Snitch. Dude, fuck your entire life and generation. I hate you and your YouTube channel. You should get banned from YouTube because you record sexual videos. You are a son of a bitch. Bro, I hate this guy. Heard this guy likes minors, not surprised. Yo, you're a pimp to underage girls and get them drunk just for them to create an OnlyFans? You're like a young Bill Cosby prodigy. You're a clown. Minors? Underage? Well, how old is he? He's 20? Ew. Is this dude trying on purpose to look like a little kid? You better stay away from those Minecraft YouTubers, buddy, or they're gonna make you wish you dressed your age. By the way, I didn't know this channel was like some reality show vlog thing. I thought it was just clips of Jack Doherty's bodyguards beating the shit out of people. Maybe his bodyguards are trying to break into acting and this is their humiliation ritual. To follow some little guy dressed like a rich baby around as he instigates fights that they have to finish. Is it better than having to jack off an old man who runs the studio? Ask Jack Doherty. And post. So yeah, the internet has been infiltrated by Shadow Master nonsense. Humiliation has become a commodity for us to consume. I mean, if I'm not watching someone get humiliated, I'm not entertained. And that's how we wind up with this, the Fresh and Fit podcast. Yeah, this is the show you watch when you don't have a dad and you hate women.
In reality, it's far easier for women to get laid than men.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So
For
wouldn't it be
sure.
fair to say that since it's easier for
They're
you
more
to...
approachable.
Not
It's
really.
not even that. Guys is always looking for something to smash.
Hey, Robot, I think I found your favorite new YouTube channel. Look up Fresh and Fit.
Oh, okay.
They hold salad toppings such as croutons or slivered almonds.
Hey, what the fuck is this?
The Fit and Fresh salad shaker will keep your salad cool and crisp for hours.
No, not Fit and Fresh. That's a different YouTube channel. This is Fresh and Fit. These guys.
Let me ask you a question. How many guys DM you and or hit on you? Let me, hold on, stop. Let's use your logic. How many dudes hit on you?
Enough.
Okay. Do you fuck all of them?
No.
So you reject most of them?
Gotcha, bitch! You know, in the robot community, we have a word for men who only hang out with women.
Oh, yeah? What is it? Yeah, that's a human word, too.
All I'm saying is that it's easier for a woman to get sex. A girl can go into a nightclub and pick any guy she wants. A man, even the highest status that looks good, etc., still has to put in work to get an average chick.
Hey, that guy's a fed.
What?
That guy talking, he's a fed.
Get out of here. ChatGPT, is that true?
Myron Gaines worked for Homeland Special Investigations as a criminal investigations agent from 2010 to 2020.
Wow, all right. Well, thank you for your service, Myron.
Y'all want to know why we don't give a fuck how much money you guys make? Yep. Because your answer just told it all. No matter how much money you make, you will never support me. However, stop interrupting. Stop interrupting. Stop interrupting.
Man, there's so much humiliation going on here. It's like coming from every angle. The Illuminati really outdid themselves on this one.
So, Hennessy said she's wife material. Let's go ahead and scroll through. She on a jet ski?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Whose cars are those?
Definitely my
All right,
Roxy.
let's see what the audience thinks.
Called a rape.
Audience, if she's for the streets, hit 1. If you think she's wife material, hit 2. Let's see what the audience says.
Well, these guys either work for Satan or they still work for the government, and those are the same thing, so I'm gonna leave my comment. How many people are in that fucking room? Jesus Christ, it must smell like the back of an Uber in there. If this is the number of guests they have every show, aren't they afraid of running out of human beings on the planet to interview? I mean, I call this an interview, but really it's just junk food for people who have become addicted to humiliation. I can definitely imagine having this podcast on in the background while fighting for my life on Tinder. It's probably cathartic when you feel like such a loser to watch these strong and confident men willing to cut women down without a care, giving honest relationship advice to a generation that many fear has lost its masculinity. I definitely appreciate that about them. What I don't appreciate is that they're obviously Illuminati plants. I'm calling it right now, both these guys are gonna end up in dresses. Not that I care, I'm into that ever since my wife started to train me. Hail Satan. And post. Ah, whoops, I just posted that on the Fit and Fresh channel. Damn, they really need to work these names out. But listen, we're not here to talk about federal agents publicly humiliating Instagram models. We're here to talk about Hollywood agents privately humiliating public figures. And we wouldn't know about any of this if it wasn't for Cat Williams. Cat Williams exposes Baphomet rituals in Hollywood.
In the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
Ew!
They paid homage to certain sacrifices and homage to certain idols.
What idols?
They would drink, party, be merry, and the men would have with each other.
All right, well, that's just a party of gay guys then.
So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was gonna be a thing.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it was still a thing back then. It's just those people were so humiliated that they were afraid to come forward.
A lot of people just laughed off Cat's comments, saying whatever he's smoking must be good. However, others are convinced there's some truth to his comments about Hollywood rituals. And now some folks are connecting this to the rumors about Diddy allegedly being involved in some type of dark ritual.
No, not Diddy. I hear he's such a nice guy. Who's here after Diddy houses got raided for child trafficking and more trafficking? Whoa, what?
Hey there, I'm Hallie, and tonight we are starting with that dramatic situation happening as we speak in both LA and Miami Beach at the homes of Sean Diddy Combs.
Oh my God, it's all true.
Big time rapper, big time producer, big time superstar, and now the feds at his houses in both locations.
Cat Williams was right.
NBC News has confirmed that this is a raid being conducted by Homeland Security.
Those are the Fresh and Fit guys.
Now, we believe this is tied to sex trafficking allegations. There's an investigation into claims that that the rapper may have been involved in this.
Son of a bitch. I never should have questioned any of this. Cat Williams just told us so. Cat Williams told us. Cat Williams enjoying his popcorn right now. Satan hates his own and now has pulled the rug from under Diddy's feet. Well, well, well. Finally, some accountability. Now the real humiliation can begin. And I do not mind chipping in my contribution. Cat Williams has been hit on the head so many times he owes God lunch, but I believe him on this one. Especially if it involves Puff Daddy. Anyone unlucky enough to have met Puff Daddy in real life knows that on top of being a piece of shit, he's also one of the stupidest people on the planet. If you gave Puff Daddy an IQ test, he would try to rape it before giving up and having it shot 9 times. That's just who Puff Daddy is. Listen, I can be a real jerk sometimes, but I've never had Jennifer Lopez sneak a gun into the club so I could shoot a woman in the face. You know who does do that? Puff Daddy. Maybe it's just that I'm not from that sort of life. I don't understand the type of person you need to be to succeed in this business. But I do know that Puff Daddy drugs women for sex and his influence on rap music is a net negative because he had Tupac murdered. The only worthwhile contribution Puff Daddy has ever given to this world will take place in 3 weeks when he gets Epsteined in a federal holding cell. Even then, I won't be surprised if there's a clause in his will that every upcoming hip-hop artist has to go fuck his grave like the dude from Saltburn. And post that. Now, you're probably wondering which of those 2 videos I just posted that comment on. Was it the Cat Williams one or was it the news report? Well, actually, it was just this Fit and Fresh video again.
The large ice pack can either snap into the lid of the larger container or sit in the middle, creating a way for you to transport your salad or sandwich without it being crushed.
Man, I really got to get me one of those. All right, so that's the end of the lesson. I hope you guys learned a lot about humiliation rituals. Still not entirely sure what... Hey, ChatGPT, why are the elites so obsessed with Satan worship?
Satanic rituals often involve elements of psychological manipulation which could be used by the elites to maintain their dominance over followers or to coerce individuals into compliance with their desires. Through fear, indoctrination, and manipulation, they may exert control over those within their circles.
Oh, hey, you know what? That actually explains it pretty well. Thanks, ChatGPT.
If they really wanted to summon Satan, they would just say, Exanimo tenebris et sanguine et sum satane.
ChatGPT, no!
Hey, show me your asshole.
Hey y'all, we got new designs on the neongrizzly.com store. The Cease Moon hooded sweatshirt. Stare into the eyes of this thing and tell me this ain't made by Baphomet. And yes, it does come as a t-shirt. Also a tie-dye t-shirt. Fuck you. Hey, is your name Dave? You're gonna love this shirt. It's your name in the Doom font. Hurry up, there's only 300 left. This one right here is my personal favorite. It's the Three-Eyed Grizzly hooded sweatshirt. I wore this to my deposition when I was trying to get custody of my kids. Guess what? I lost. All that and more on the neongrizzly.com store.
Big money, Sylvia, Sylvia. Sylvia.
Big money.
Money.
You've been looking up too much pornography and you forgot how the regular sheriff's computer works. Good morning, people. Well, apparently the Hells Angels who own that brothel out there, out on 80, they're doing a program to hand in your gun for yeah.
Handguns for hand.
That what it's called?
That's what the posters say.
Yeah. They wanted us to sponsor that, you know. But upstairs said,
Hey guys,
Can I help you, sir?
I would just the lady out front said that maybe I could talk to Trudy for a second.
The lady out front was wrong, sir. We are in a meeting. She is working right now.
I can talk to you
right.
first. Hold on. You're talking for 1 second. God, you're so rude. Hi.
25 seconds. Go, sir.
Hey, Trudy.
How are you?
Go.
What's going on? What? How are you doing?
How are you?
Good. I got you this.
Thank you.
This is kind of personal.
Yeah? Can you turn around? God.
I was just wondering if you'd like to maybe go grab a cup of coffee sometime.
I
or
would
something.
love to.
All right. So
Okay.
I guess I'll call you or something.
Okay.
What's your number?
You can just call 911 or you can just stop by here any time. It would be fine if you wanted to stop by at any time.
All right, great. Sorry to inconvenience.
It wasn't an inconvenience.
I didn't get your name.
Pullen. Craig Pullen. Craig Pullen.
Okay.
See you later, Trudy.
Thank you, Craig. Bye.
In case you on the flip side.
Two little sitting in a tree.
I think it's cute. Shut up. You don't think it's cute. You think it's funny and you think it's pathetic and you think it's sad. Well, F you. F you and F you.
Did everyone see this?
Holy
That guy looks exactly
That's that
like a
guy.
Truckee River
Run
killer.
it through the computer. P-U-L-L-I-N.
What should we do?
No, we
Let's
can't,
get him.
we
I'll
can't-
stop
No,
him.
no, we can't do that. We have nothing. We have no evidence. We have
Oh my
nothing.
gosh.
If we jump on him with no evidence, Trudy will say it's just because we're trying to up her life again. Find his home address. Find his home address. We need to get close to him. We need to find out what we can find out.
I'm taking Trudy to Sears for a makeover later, and I will have some girl talk time.
Good.
And I will find out what she knows about him.
Google him? The fucking sheriff's computer. Don't use Google. You've been looking up too much pornography and you forgot how the regular sheriff's computer works.
You've got to get in there. I need my novel. My novel's in there. It's the only copy I have.
It's
okay?
inside the building.
Yes, please go get it. It's the only copy.
I'm gonna need you.
Wow, that's really what you're saying?
Come on.
Is it good? Is it good? Is it a good novel, sir?
Yes, it's good. It's like a thriller. It's just please go get it.
What's it about?
Yeah.
The thriller with what?
Guy's
Thriller
dad
with what?
dies. He never knew him. He was like 9 when he died. 20 years later, he starts getting these letters in the mail. He finds out that it's his dad that's been sending them. He's trying to solve his own murder.
Sir, I want to help you. I want to help you. But your novel sounds an awful lot like a movie with Dennis Quaid called Frequency.
Well, not only that, I mean,
It's not ringing a bell at all.
of the letters.
No, not ringing a bell at all.
That could have
Sir, will you please go get my
His
novel?
novel's inside.
I have my novel. Please,
novel
it's on the second
inside,
floor.
but it sounds
It's the only
exactly
copy
like
I have.
Frequency.
Please, it's the only copy I have.
No.
And it's a rip-off of Frequency.
Yeah.
The guy in the present starts getting letters from his dead father trying to solve the murder, giving him clues, and it's about a reconciliation. It's about a father and son reconciliation.
That's Encyclopedia Brown, the case of the dead letter office.
Really? Do you think the Frequency guy ripped it off from Encyclopedia Brown?
Who? I don't know. Encyclopedia
I don't think
Brown's
it's a new
pretty good.
literary device.
Who's that other guy? The
It's
really handsome
Randy
guy.
Quaid.
No,
and,
Dennis.
No, Randy.
No, Dennis. I think I'm on fire a little bit.
Dominus tecum. Ave Maria.
Right, come right over here so he can get a good look at you.
And Craig wishes to say a few words before the ceremony.
Trudy, I just wanted to say that when I think of us, I think of two lonely birds without nests who found each other and created a nest of their own, made with love, trust, and understanding. And then the state of Nevada killed one of those birds.
We are gathered here to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony. Do you, Craig, take this woman, Trudy, to be your lawfully wedded wife in holy matrimony, to have and to hold till death do you part?
Yeah, that's not a problem, yes.
And you, Trudy, do you take this man, Craig, to be your lawfully wedded husband in holy matrimony?
Yes, I do.
Therefore, pronounced you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Congratulations!
Amen.
Craig. Good morning, deputies.
Good morning, Lieutenant.
Who did the new What to Do If Your Child is Missing brochure? That is top-notch work. My God, look at that. Great, all good news. And we're automating our suicide hotline, by the way. Going to an automated system.
Say the wear and tear.
That's right.
Working that line was a real bummer.
Oh, wasn't it though?
So depressing.
Automated system now.
Nice.
Oh, in other news, Trudy's coming back today from her personal leave. That 6 months of personal leave she took, she's coming back today.
That's over already?
Yeah. God, that flew, didn't it?
Boy.
Yeah. Anyway, good work, everyone. We're on, it's going to be a red letter week, I think, here. Okay,
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Morning. Good to have you back. Anything else we should look out for today?
Let's see, what else were we doing on? We got that big bust coming up. I was going to say, the Family Crimes Bureau is looking for some volunteers.
I'm sorry, excuse me 1 second, Jim. This is the chair I usually sit in, and I, especially now, would be a great time.
Why don't you sit over there or something? There's a chair right there.
Empty chair right there. No. My ankle was a little swollen, and so I have to keep it propped up.
If you want to sit down or something.
Well, speaking of swollen.
That is it. Let's be careful out there. All right.
Woo, look out! Watch it.
Hey, I'm getting daytime Emmy pool sign-up sheets up.
Oh, finally something new to talk about around here.
Boy, Waggles put on a few pounds. Couple of LBs.
Been drinking, yeah.
Weigel's big secret, big surprise. She's got something in the oven. I don't want to say it's a bun. Might be one of those gargoyles that looks down on you from the buildings.
Croissant kind
Something
of a deal.
with hooves.
Ugh. Yeah.
Ugh.
File that under I do not want to know.
Yeah.
Well, let me just give you a little advice. I'm going to walk you through the 101 of how to get it done being somebody's mom.
I could use that.
Okay, follow me.
Okay.
Hey, cut that racket out in there.
Hey, cut that racket out in there.
Good, that was good, that was good, that was good. Now this is one that I use often, okay? If the kids are cutting up, running around, being bad, you call them in there with a very strong voice and you say, don't you make, I will knock all the black off of you. Okay, how about,
I'll knock your ass into tomorrow. You won't even know what's gonna hit you. The truth is, I have a secret, and the secret is that I have a cyst in my abdomen that's the size of a bowling ball, and there's a very good chance that I will only live for 3 more days. Just kidding, I'm just kidding, I'm pregnant.
That was a funny joke.
It's what it looks like, though.
Well, technically, it's what it is. It's a growth with teeth and hair. Only eventually it'll resent you.
That's true. That's sweet.
Yeah.
So you don't know a lot about me. I mean, you haven't known me for very long, but I've always wanted to have a child. And so I feel kind of like, you know, I don't know if blessed is the word, but lucky, for sure.
Well, I'll be honest, I didn't Don't take this the wrong way, but I didn't think there's too many chances for you to get in the condition that you are. So I think you're right. I think you are lucky.
We have to be rude about it.
Remember that show years and years ago, V? There was a show years and years ago.
Them lizard people?
Them lizard people, man. What if Weigel had a V, baby?
Morning, gang.
Morning.
Trudy, what was that you wanted to
Yeah,
say?
I had an announcement.
Uh-huh.
You're pregnant.
No, that.
No.
Yeah, preggers.
Oh, I
That's
can't
not.
believe it.
No, that's not my announcement. But thank you for noticing. Craig is not the father, if that's what people are thinking. Turns out he was shooting blanks.
Shut up, girl.
Well,
Ooh, your baby daddy.
if it's not, where'd you get
the
sperm for
baby
the?
juice?
I went to the sperm bank on 4th Street.
Did you now?
Great facility. It's very clean. They have Dixie cups that the gentlemen use, I guess.
I heard it was like a long waiting list.
It's not a Dixie
No,
cup.
you can just walk right in. But anyway, I was in there. It's very clean. I got a great deal.
Oh, well, welcome to the sisterhood. I don't know some of my baby's daddies either. Go ahead on, Trudy.
It's a great program they have there because guys, like if you don't make that much money, if you work for the city or whatever it is, you can just go in and they pay you. I don't know what it is,
So-
$10, $20,
$31.
$31 to squirt
That
off
is what I heard.
in a cup and.
Plus orange juice and a cookie.
That's good. I got the conduit. I conduit. And again, sorry about the noise, but it's fucking hot. It's like this room doesn't insulate any decibel of noise. Like you can hear a whisper out in the living room, but it does trap every single fucking whatever joule of heat that gets produced in here. So and it's been hot as fuck, so everybody's just gonna have to deal with it. I don't care. Oh shit, they
First
shot
to 11, we
somebody.
are following a developing situation in the
Cops
Park Road
kill
neighborhood
somebody
of
in
Northeast
Park
Portland.
Road. Damn.
A man was shot by a Multnomah County deputy there.
That he
the
was.
suspect
A
survived and was
deputy?
taken to the hospital.
Oh,
Fox News' Kayla
God.
Armstrong
Yeah,
reports
fucking
from the
sheriffs.
scene with the latest.
The Multnomah County Sheriff's deputy involved responded to a call of a man threatening neighbors with a gun just after 5 p.m. Friday. According to PPB, officers were also responding to that call near the 4500 block of Northeast 116th Avenue, south of Sandy Boulevard. When officers were en route, that Multnomah County deputy, who happened to be in the area, arrived on scene and communicated with officers, telling them that shots had been fired. Portland police learned that the deputy had shot and injured the suspect, who was taken to the hospital with serious injuries.
Oh, at least he's
In
not
PBB's
dead.
investigation, they recovered a gun at the scene that they say the suspect used to threaten neighbors in the area, including firing shots.
Yeah.
They say he also pointed the gun at responding officers.
It really is the Wild
We don't
West
know the
out there. They
identity
can
of the
fucking-
suspect at this time, except that the suspect is an adult male. PBB wouldn't tell us how many shots were fired or who was the deputy involved, but we do know no officers or deputies were injured. and that the incident took place on the street, surrounded by several witnesses, and none of those witnesses were injured. The deputy is now on leave pending an investigation into the shooting. In Northeast Portland, Michaela Armstrong, Fox 12 Oregon.
What is that, Hunter?
I don't know, what is that sound?
Oh, someone's attacking Margaret!
Oh my God!
Save her!
Oh my God!
Hurry, Hunter!
Oh my God!
Margaret, we're coming!
Margaret, what the hell? I could have swore I heard something. What is? Ugh! What's all this sticky stuff on the floor? Oh my God!
It's Chum!
What the fuck is chum? Oh, Margaret, it's leading to the door. Did you let somebody inside? Oh my God! I'm telling Grandma.
Oh, no! Don't tell her, please!
Hello?
Hunter, come back here! Don't go down there, please!
Hello? I know someone's down here. Oh, I really shouldn't be down here. I know someone's here. God damn it. God damn it. I'm not supposed to be down here. Hello? It's so dirty in here. God. Who is that? Grandpa? Grandpa, is that you?
There's no one in here. Don't look behind here. You're warned. You're warned. What are you doing here?
What am I doing? I live here. What are you doing here?
Your grandpa bought me.
Whoa, from like a dark carnival or something?
From Toys R Us.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. He liked that place. Hey, can I ask you a question? Did you f my oven upstairs?
No.
Okay.
I conjure love and I make chum.
So what, are you like a fortune-telling machine or what? I mean, what the hell is this? What's this whole gimmick? I don't get it.
I am Dale, the Magnificent. I see past, present,
and future?
Oh, and future.
Well, will you show me my past, present, or future, Dale?
It will cost you everything.
Oh my God. Well, what do I have to do?
You must pay 1 quarter.
That was extremely lackluster. 1 quarter to Eagle? Fine. I have a fucking quarter right here.
Let me gaze into my bowl. Don't look, don't look.
Sorry.
For my eyes only.
Okay. No good. What? Ew, what the fuck?
Oh.
Do you see anything? Or?
Give me a second.
All right.
Oh.
I got shit to do today.
It's bad. It's all bad.
The future? My future's gonna be bad? You don't know what the f you're doing, do you?
You cannot rush these things.
I'm not rushing it. You're taking forever. You haven't said anything. What did you see? What's bad?
1 second. Oh, no. It's gone.
What's gone?
Your future.
My future's gone. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. This is a scam. Can I at least get my quarter back?
I am saving up for a new car.
I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out.
Wait, take me with you, please.
Stop, Dale.
Please.
You're a con artist.
I want to make chum. Will it be in my future? Let's see.
Yo! Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on in and sit on down because we are, life is tough. The future is bleak, and sometimes you want to know that future, right? Because we all know that life can be tough sometimes. It's easy to let the world get you down. And often when people are desperate need of hope, they're willing to do almost anything to get it. Get hope. In a situation like these, people turn to psychics and fortune tellers. All throughout history, people have enlisted the help of these supposed clairvoyants in order to gain insights into their lives, right? And maybe they want to know if they'll find love. Perhaps they want to speak to a loved one that passed away. Or maybe they just want to become a goddamn billionaire. Essentially, these fortune tellers make a living off giving people that hope. Many chastise people in this field for taking advantage of desperate people, falling on hard times, or claiming it's all theatrical performances which provide no real benefits. Others swear by it, claiming their readings are shockingly accurate. So today, thanks to Dale, we're going to talk about the wild world of psychics and fortune tellers. But as always, as first, what exactly are psychics and fortune tellers?
I don't know. What are they?
I don't know. What could they possibly fucking be? Well, there are clear differences between fortune tellers and psychics. They share the same goals, providing clarity and guidance to those struggling through times of uncertainty. Fortune tellers predict what is going to happen in your near or long-term future through the use of astrology and various tools and rituals. For example, maybe scrying with a crystal ball. That's what Dale does. This is my orb. I'm looking into my orb. When you gaze into a crystal ball, calming the mind until you enter a trance-like state, to the point of perceiving images and scenes within the ball that can be interpreted by the fortune teller. Like if I had a ball here. Let's see, I'm gonna give everyone who's watching this video, I'm gonna show you what I see inside my ball for your future. Uh-oh. Or you can move on to palm reading, which is using lines and curves on your hand of your palm of your hand to determine your future. I don't know how they do that. That's all the information I have. I'm not sure. They just read it along and they feel the grooves and here, I'm gonna show, what does my palm say? Or you can do tea leaf readings. Pretty sure that was in Harry Potter. When a fortune teller uses the patterns of tea leaves at the bottom of a cup, matching the shapes to celestial symbols in order to tell your future, right? But the most popular of all of these by far has to be the tarot cards or cartomancy. I've never heard that before, just tarot cards. Never heard anyone in my life say cartomancy. I'm not going to start saying it now.
I kind of like that. Cartomancer?
Tarot cards! Which is a deck of 78 cards that are used for guidance, self-reflection, and exploring potential paths in life, and looking into the past, present, and dare I say future. Psychics, on the other hand, don't always use tools during the readings. Often, they claim to use innate abilities to understand and read someone's past, present, or future. A lot of past, present, or future, okay? Abilities like being able to use their extrasensory perceptions, a sort of sixth sense, if you will, that allows them to receive information not detectable by normal human senses. They're like dogs. They're like dogs and cats. Blow that whistle. You can't hear, but the dog can.
Can they smell your cancer, these psychics?
Yeah, my psychic smelled me and they crawled up in my lap and was like, I want to get a dog that can sense a heart attack, dude.
That's what I think my dogs, like, they smell my breath.
You literally said that you had like a 7-Up the other day and you were like, yeah, I woke up and Teddy was looking at me all strange. Pawing at your chest.
I literally I opened my eyes and I just saw his head like this right in
really close. What'd I do? All right, I'll go to the hospital. Is that all you're supposed to do? Okay, I'll go. Or would I be like, oh, and I just die anyways? And he's just like, but he knows. I don't know. Both of these practices are believed by skeptics to be completely made up. Bombshell. Because they say people use body language and mentalism techniques like cold readings to convince you they possess the abilities to basically read your fucking future or thoughts, whatever. A lot of word association stuff too. Your dad? You have a dead dad? No, it is. I think I meant your mom. You have a dead mom? No, I didn't. Neighbor. Your neighbor. Yeah, my neighbor died. See, neighbor's trying to talk to you. That kind of stuff.
Is it spelled M-A?
Yeah.
R?
Yeah.
Like Mary?
Yeah.
Is that your mom?
That's my daughter.
Or it's your daughter.
Who was the guy that was on TV? He did that. He was like really popular. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. South Park did an episode, right?
You're a douche. I'm not a douche. What if I really believe dead people talk to me?
then you're a stupid douche.
Wait! Today's video is sponsored by Fume, the leaders in flavored air. Everyone has habits they...
These practices are new. They're reading body language and
.com/popmeat or scan the QR code on screen to get yours today. Thank you to Fume for sponsoring this video, and back to the video.
cold readings allow people to learn personal details about someone they've never met by using specific techniques. For example, reading body language and facial expressions to quickly understand their emotional state. This is often paired with broad statements and making safe, high probability guesses in order to convince you that they know what they're fucking talking about. Okay? Neither of these practices are new. Their prevalence can be traced back as early as 4000 BCE. So let's get into some examples throughout history. Because in ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt, priests and priestesses would analyze and interpret dreams as if they were messages sent directly from the gods. They also read stars in order to offer guidance, which even pharaohs would utilize from time to time. But maybe not. What's the most famous one?
Tutankhamun.
Yeah. Oh, my boy Tutankhamun. He died when he was like 15.
Who was the guy Moses tricked into letting his people go?
Let my people go.
Ramsey.
Ramses, let my people go. One of the most ancient forms of divination, which refers to the seeking of unknown or future knowledge through supernatural practices. It's also a 3-drop mana card, and Magic the Gathering lets you draw 3 cards, is osteomancy. Osteomancy. And osteomancy has been used across many cultures. It involves marking bones like dice and throwing them down in order to interpret the shapes they make. Pretty sure it's voodoo. Let me read ya, brother.
I hope he does pyromancy, but I bet he won't, because nobody cares about Chinese stuff.
Let me see what your bones say. He throws it down, it's just like a dash in a circle. He's like, brother, this is a bad reading.
Was that in The Predator? Was he seeing the Predator?
Yeah, he's like
Oh.
fucking, he's reading some guy's thing, he's like, you're going to die. And the Predator comes down, he's like, get away from me, demon. I don't know, play the scene for like a half second. And in ancient Greece, a sanctuary known as the Delphi was dedicated to the Greek god Apollo and home to the priestess Pythia. She was known for her prophecies, of which she spoke under supposed divine possession of Apollo himself. Also, pretty sure we saw that in 300 when the chick is like floating around and all the guys, remember, they're like licking their lips. You want to touch her? What is she saying? And she's like,
I thought they made that up.
no, dude, that was real. That movie's 100% real. And in ancient Rome, soothsayers would use the entrails of sacrificed animals in order to discern the will of the gods. This ritual would be done before important battles, using signs discovered in the entrails to confirm if the gods approved or disapproved of them doing so. Should I fight? Is there a big thing of fucking guts and everything? I think that's a yes. Look at it's like a bird. It's a bird. Tweet, tweet. Yep, let's go kill some people. During the Renaissance, there was even a heightened interest in communicating the dead using mediums, which is still kind of relevant to what we do now. Who's your dad? What was it, Long Island Psychic? That crazy bitch with the huge hair? Did your dog die? Oh, my daughter did. Okay, kind of the same, right? That kind of shit.
Yeah, you saw your daughter as a dog.
Exactly. Remember you saw you looked at her like a dog, you fed her in a bowl? Never happened. Okay, think you did. But starting in the 20th century, the internet and telephone gave way to massive boom in spiritual and psychic practices. Clairvoyants began opening up hotlines and starting television shows to spread their influence all over the world. But nowadays, anyone claiming to be a psychic can have a following and make a living doing remote readings. The digital age has created a large influx of supposed clairvoyance, as well as criticism by skeptics who think it's all a hoax. Nick, what do you think? Do you believe in it?
Yes, I believe everything I see on TV.
Do you actually?
No.
You never sat down with somebody and he's like, give me your hand.
I did, in New Orleans.
It smells bad out here.
Sorry, I farted.
And
you believe what she
said? She was
said?
mean to me. I asked her, I was like, how do you know this? She's like, all right, whatever. That's what the cards say. If you don't believe me, you don't believe me. She got super defensive over it. She wasn't going card by card. She was just saying stuff.
Because you're snooty, dude. You probably pissed her off. But she was great to me. It was great. And I was like, oh, cool.
You could sense I wasn't a believer. I was poking holes.
Were you? Were you doing like a little, what is this even all? What does all this junk mean?
I was just like, can you explain like each card, what they mean?
What, she have all day?
And then what happened after she did that, she's like, all right, we got 20 minutes left. We're done. I was like, can I ask you more questions? She's like, sure, if you want. You can leave too. I was like, oh my God.
You pissed her off, dude. I don't know. Be easy. She probably fucked with your future. You don't know.
She said I was gonna find love, but then she took it back. She said, you know
No,
what?
she went, never mind. Start stuffing them. No, we're done. No more Japanese girls for you. Hey, konnichiwa, arigato. But it's easy to see how someone can pretend to possess psychic or fortune-telling abilities. If you're charming and believable enough, it is fairly easy to dupe an unsuspecting person desperate for good news. And while many people have positive experiences with people in this profession, there are countless stories showcasing how things can go terribly wrong. So let's start with the psychic that drained a woman's life savings. Always goes here, doesn't it? It either goes to like rape, murder, or we took your entire all your money. I'd love to have one where it's just like girl talks to dad's ghost and it's totally real and epic. Where's that news story, dude? Yeah, dude, if you're just like, if you had to talk to your dead dad was like, sweetheart, seriously, I know that life's terrible. You're a dental hygienist.
I need a better
and
gun. I
fucking
need the
husband
Issachar
around,
rifle.
but guess what? There's a big man upstairs. He has a better plan for you. Really, Dad? Yeah. That's the ghost dad. Yeah.
Did this come up in your dentist appointment today?
I really did kind of go kind of specific with the dental thing. A 65-year-old woman named Francine Evers revealed that she lost over $70,000 to a psychic named Adam Marks in only 6 months. A little more than $10,000 a month. Well, if you gotta keep reading, then keep reading, Adam. He's like, good. They met each other in 2009, starting with $10 psychic readings, simply because she thought it would be a fun experience. By the end of the session, she was upsold on an $825 in-depth reading after being told she had, quote, serious problems with her aura, especially on the right side. It's like some Scientology shit. Oh, your readings are bad. It's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna have to charge more, a grand. I'll be like, I came in for a $10 reading, and now I'm gonna spend almost $1,000 in here. Hello? Seeing that she took the bait, Marks decided to up the ante by calling her up. According to Francine, quote, in a panic, he had also foreseen that due to this, something terrible was about to happen to me, which he was trying to ward off. Which then Adam requested basically $10,000 in $100 bills. Okay? Claiming it would give him the power to send away the potential threats heading her way. This repeated over and over again until Marks had slowly robbed her of $73,400, as well as a personal family heirlooms. Her trust was taken advantage of, and now she lives with the immense regret of being so stupid as to take him so seriously. Which later Adam Marks was charged with theft and crimes against an at-risk adult and intimidating a witness. And at one point, he tried to get out of the troubles by claiming he was going to return all he took and only needed the money momentarily to give him the power to keep her safe. I was going to give it back. The demons hate sick sweet cash, which is kind of true.
That's true.
You never fucking see a rich person get fucked with. Only trailer trash. Only poor people. Just gotta give them cash. Give it right back. As you can see, clairvoyants can very easily use their supposed powers for evil, much like the door-to-door fortune-telling burglars, like the Home Alone guys. Or the Wet Bandits or whatever. Kind of sounds like that. Which in 2024, last year, a 52-year-old woman named Carol Mitchell visited the home of Judith Ramirez to ask where she could buy some Mexican food in the area. That doesn't sound like an old woman talking to a nearby Mexican neighbor. I don't know what else does. But not only that, but she also asked to come inside to get a drink of water. When she was inside the house, she immediately offered her a psychic reading. Judith declined the offer, but Carol started reading her forehead anyways.
Forehead?
Yeah, she was sticking her head in looking for you. Let me give you a reading. Judith stepped out momentarily to help her child, so the psychic started giving her 50-year-old mother a reading instead. And out of nowhere, she flashes a firearm.
What?
She has a piece, all right? Carol has a piece. According to Judith, quote, she told her that if she doesn't give her the money, she was going to hurt us, my baby and I. She said she was Mexican. She robbed the family, and future investigations showed that this was far from the first time she had done such a thing. Supposedly, she had a habit of driving around Hispanic communities and using her psychic services to enter people's homes and commit robberies. And in one case, she stole $12,000 from a single victim. Why even have the psychic angle?
That's what I was gonna say.
Literally, she was able to get into the house by being like, I want to know where Mexican food is at. And she was like, come on in, arriba.
Maybe I'm guessing it's like to drop their thing, because it's like, let me read your hands. They close their eyes and they pull out the gun.
They close their eyes. Now open them. Surprise, cocksucker. Actually, this is the old woman.
Surprise, bitch. Give me the dough.
But Carol was eventually caught and arrested on charges of robbery with a firearm, kidnapping while in possession of a firearm, and 3 out-of-county warrants.
Justice is served.
Justice is served. Many people have gone to psychic readings and taken their word as gospel. This can result in irreparable damage done to people's lives, particularly violent reactions, like the fortune teller who was attacked because she gave out some love advice to a person who didn't want to get that kind of love advice. In Germany, a fortune teller named Zagorka Zagorka Jovanovic had become incredibly popular by her reading. She advertised herself online as Esmeralda Ausbirk, claiming that she can use her powers to contact the spiritual world in order to solve relationship issues. She's basically a therapist who's just like, also I'm magical. I'm reaching into the beyond and being like, here, this is the secret you needed. A German woman had walked out on a previous partner and later starting a relationship with a man named Kolkik. Because she was a superstitious person, this man encouraged her to see Esmeralda for a reading. She soon regretted that decision because the fortune teller insisted that she needed to go back to her previous lover in order to have a happy life.
Do you think the previous, lover went to the fortune teller?
Yeah. I give you uns 5. What are German dollars? Pounds?
Marks.
I give you 5 marks.
Euros.
Tell that woman to come back.
They're euros.
What if he had a gun? What if it was like the fucking last person? She had a gun. He's behind her chair, like shaking her. You should go back to the old guy. For real, it's happy life. And he has like a shotgun right behind her.
She's doing a tarot card reading and says help.
Yeah, exactly. Which the woman who went in there immediately took her advice and broke up with Kolkik. That guy's like, what the fuck? What did she say? Which that enraged him. He decided to set up a session with Esmeralda only to repeatedly stab her as soon as she opened
Whoops.
the door. Exactly. Come on in. As soon as she opens the door, the man fled the scene as the fortune teller lay dead in a pool of her own blood. She was rushed to the hospital and placed in intensive care. Police began searching for Kolkik to no avail, convinced that he had fled to Turkey to escape jail time. He didn't even get caught. He stabbed. He probably, you know what? He was probably so fucking pissed too because he was just like, she's kind of superstitious. I'll go ahead and, hey, go ahead. And yeah, she's like, she told me to fucking leave your ass.
What?
Often people who are gullible or desperate can easily be taken for a ride by a malicious psychic. And sometimes people can lose absurd amounts of money from these endeavors. Like the psychic that took $1 million to stop evil spirits.
It's the money.
It's the money thing, I'm telling you. We need cash. We need total cash. Which J.C. Wasso, a self-proclaimed psychic, successfully stole $1 million from Richard Rappaport through a young woman named Lynn Helene Halon. Hopefully you can follow all these fucking names because I'm getting lost. Halfin visited the psychic, and according to her, quote, she said she feels a very bad energy from me, and this bad energy is a curse that comes from generations and generations. Wasso continued to frighten her, saying, your mother is going to die. You're going to lose everything. You're going to be sent away. You're going into darkness. Darkness is going to possess you. Huh? Calvin would need to pay lots of money to the psychic to rid her of the evil spirits. Money that she did not have. Because of this, Wasso slowly began coaching the 29-year-old woman on how to marry a rich, elderly man named Richard Rappaport for the purpose of taking his money. You're going to want to marry this man and take his money and then you'll leave him. God does not care about this. This is fine.
That's insane. She coached this
coach
woman.
All right, I'll learn. It's like some serious, like, Emperor Palpatine shit, isn't it? Yeah, Andy. It pretty much reads like that. You've only heard what the Jedi told you about this. Kind of reads like that. Wasso would tell her to give it her all and pretend that he was her soulmate. And it worked. And soon, they were married. Very quickly, some old guy's like, really? I love you. Halfin began to get cold feet when it came to manipulating Rappaport for his money, with Wasso continuing guilt-tripping her into asking for the large sum of money. Rappaport was under the impression that the money would be used to purchase property and help her family back home. In reality, is going all to the psychic. Rappaport was made aware of the potential fraud by the police, where he realized he had been taken for a ride. Hoffron was caught and deported, but Wasso's punishment was far worse. She was given a 9.5-year prison sentence, 15 years of probation following the release, and the condition that she could never work as a psychic ever again. Ever. And this isn't the first time that a psychic took advantage of an innocent person for a large sum of money. There's also the family that lost $3 million over a fake family curse. God damn, dude. Samantha Stevens was a psychic and fortune teller living in Miami. She spent years taking advantage of a woman by convincing her that there was a curse placed upon their family that meant to do them harm. She stated that lifting the curse required multiple, quote, money cleansing rituals. We need to become some psychics, dude. Don't we? Well, I would help you, but I need money for the money cleansing money cleansing ritual. Is that a good like fortune teller accent?
I like it.
Sit on my knee. That's how to differentiate myself. I can only read your future when you sit on my knee.
Santa?
Yeah. I also grant wishes. Dale definitely has done plenty of money rituals for sure. But she started lifting the curse required money cleansing rituals that would need to be performed on large sums of money. She did as she was told, giving her copious amounts of cash that would then be used to buy big luxury items and gamble at the casino. This went on for several years without the victim realizing that something was fishy. By the end, she had lost $3 million as soon as she was no longer able to pay for the cleansing rituals. Stevens cut off all contact. This is when the victim contacted the authorities, who soon arrested her, as well as a man named Michael Guzman, who acted as an accomplice. They both pled guilty to money laundering. Not only would they be in jail for several years, but they would be forced to pay $3 million in restitutions to the victim. So at least she got her money back. If they even have it.
I was gonna say, it sounds like she gambled it all away at her
Yeah.
gypsy casino.
Are there gypsy casinos?
I don't. No.
$3 million is huge, but this isn't even the most money that a psychic has scammed out of someone. In one instance, a psychic took $3.5 million for fake exorcism. An elderly woman from Massachusetts had been receiving various spiritual cleansings as well as exorcisms from Sally Ann Johnson, a 41-year-old psychic from South Florida. How many exorcisms does one need? I thought once you have it done, they're gone. He crawled back in.
I was gonna say, your door's open. That's the thing.
Oh, well, he went back in and locked the door. We got it. Come on. Give me the money. This all occurred over the course of 7 years when a woman was convinced that she needed to rid the demons and evil spirits inside of her. The psychic made one fatal mistake. It was hiding her earnings from the IRS. She used the alias and used different bank accounts to other people's names to avoid the law. But eventually, she was sentenced to over 2.5 years in prison, and she was forced to repay the woman as well as an additional $725,000 to the IRS. And it goes without saying that these fucking psychics are evil people, right? But there's nothing compared to the next one. Let's talk about the most evil and twisted psychic to ever exist on planet Earth, Louise Lindloff. Louise Lindloff is a woman responsible for the deaths of many, many people, using her profession as a fortune teller to enact horrible crimes. And in 1905, Lindloff's husband had died of an apparent heart stroke.
Heat stroke.
Of an apparent heat stroke. She just so happened to carry a life insurance policy claiming $2,000 after his death. This became a pattern in her life. By 1912, she had lost 2 husbands and 3 of her children to various ailments and diseases, and each time she happened to collect more money, totaling around $10,650. She was even killing her kids at this point. People became suspicious, and further investigation revealed that their deaths were actually due to slow poisonings. Lindloff was arrested. She claimed that she could see the future. Using a cheap crystal ball she brought along with her to predict that she would soon be exonerated for her crimes.
That's the best. I don't need a lawyer.
I don't need a lawyer, I just need father time. Murder charges began to stack up, and as the investigation continued, with the police officers finding various types of poisons in her home. Her motives for enacting such heinous crimes began to evolve, as police began to learn more about who Lindloff even was. She was a psychic that would hold weekly seances, which took place through the 7 years that she was enacting the killings. And it appeared that she was predicting the deaths of various people, then poisoned them to fit those predictions in an attempt to bolster her reputation as a psychic. Poison the people, kill them, and then she's like, what'd I tell you?
She'd probably do it like, if it's a big room, she'd be like, you will die.
Back there. Yeah, don't be sure to drink that big cup of green stuff by the door, that kind of thing. Those that attended the seances would sometimes find Lindelof predicting their own deaths. And after eating her meals, they would become ill, and now convinced that she was poisoning them as well as to prove her predictions. These potential victims became the state witnesses, strengthening the case against her. And on top of this, evidence would surface proving that Lindelof would experiment with poisons back when she was a nurse in 1907. First, she poisoned a dog. Next, a 5-month-old baby. Brutal. Lindelof also owned a saloon where many people would report feeling incredibly ill after consuming beer she had served. And in the end, she was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 25 years in penitentiary. In the courtroom, she laughed hysterically upon hearing the verdict, collapsing to the floor. I'll tell you what, that crazy bitch just liked to poison people, huh? It's hard not to read into things like psychic and fortune tellers when you're really in need of some help or some good fucking news. But always remember that even people who claim to have supernatural powers are also people running a business that have rent to pay. If you want to go to a reading or maybe just look at a crystal ball, go for it. Just treat it like a fun little adventure and don't invest too much into the reading. And until next time, everyone, stay safe. My crystal ball tells me something bad may happen very soon. Actually, don't put that. I don't
My
want that
crystal ball says if you don't sign up for Patreon, you will die.
Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice. But yeah, so this was released by Firebird, but it was still developed by Beam Software, who did the previous two entries into the franchise. Also released on the Commodore 64, and was it released on the Amstrad CPC? I can't remember. I want to say I've done a gameplay of it, but I may have dreamt that. I may have not. It was not released on the Amiga or the Atari ST, maybe at this point. But I like it. It got so-so reviews in the magazines, basically across all formats. They were like, just by IK plus. And yeah, so it plus where, yeah, there's three of you on screen at once, and it's point-based, last man standing. Really need the, but you can get away with just playing up, down, and just make, and all that shit. The problem with this one is, first of all, considering this is 1988, the sound is super limited. But I'll get into it and I'll tell you what the problem was there. Apart from the fact that I have very briefly played this just now, and I cannot for the life of me work out how to turn around. And surely you must be able to turn around. I mean, you must. Right, so 1. Buttery smooth and everything like that, animation wise, but you know, the sprites are far sharper in this. But I don't know, they just seem to.
First at 11, we are following a developing.
Yuck.
It's more like a multiverse plus Men in Black. Well, the expressions of the people are different in these two versions. Hi guys, it's Eugene here, and today I want to talk about some fun facts about Black Myth Wukong and Journey to the West. This time I extracted information from 2 interviews that Game Science did after the release of the game. And most of the fun facts come from just one interview, which the co-founder and the art director Yang Qi did about the art direction for Black Myth Wukong. So, without any further ado, let's jump into it. Fun fact number 1. We were supposed to have live action for Chapter 5 and Chapter 6 animation. Yang Qi explained that they did not shoot the live action because it's really hard to control the style. The production cost is expensive and hard to work with the coordination, so they gave up on that thought. Number 2. The game originally had 11 chapters. Due to budget and time constraint, they cut out 3 chapters back in 2021. And in 2022 to 2023, they gradually cut out 6 chapters. And that's why in the final version, we only get to see 6 chapters. Allegedly, Lion Ridge and the Woman Land of Western Liang were cut out. And it's rumored that Game Science will put them back in the DLC. I talked about Lion Ridge in my last video because that was in Chapter 6 animation. You can go check out in that video. By the way, Lion Ridge is the scariest looking location in the book. As for the Woman Land of the Western Liang, well, I believe a lot of male gamers are really excited about that because that is a kingdom full of women. Number 3, the Woman Land of Western Liang and its influence on anime. I love the design of the Woman Land because the description of the women in that kingdom is the exact same narrative of the men in our world. Why? Let's have a read of a conversation between an old woman and the pilgrimage team. All of us in this family are getting on. The old woman replied, and desire doesn't bother us anymore, which is why we didn't harm you. If you'd gone to another household with women of different ages, the younger ones would never have let you go. They'll have to force you to sleep with them. And if you refused, they'd have murdered you and cut all the flesh off your bodies to put in perfume bags. Did you get it yet? If you don't, you should flip the genders and read the same paragraph again. Think of this kingdom with men only, no women, and the pilgrimage team is all women. Now read the same paragraph again. That is exactly what women are facing in our world. It's genius to flip the narrative and make you think. Now let's talk about the influence the Woman Land has on anime. As far as I know, there's only one anime that took this model and put it in their plot. It's a super popular anime, and I think some of you may know it already. That is One Piece. There's an island in One Piece called Amazon Lily, aka Nogashima. It is a country inhabited solely by women. When I saw this part in One Piece, I immediately knew Oda took the inspiration from Journey to the West. And I have proof of that. Oda once mentioned in SBS Volume 55 that he got the inspiration for Amazon Lily from China. SBS is a special Q&A column where Oda answers fan letters. Oda even ensured that the regular cameo character, Panda Man, appears as a panda woman in Amazon Lily. I'm aware of this SBS because I'm a big fan of One Piece, and I did my research years ago, and I haven't forgotten about it. Not only is the setting of Amazon Lily identical to the Womanland, but its architectural style is also inspired by Xuankong Temple, aka the Hanging Temple. The temple is in Datong, Shanxi Province. It was built in the year of 491, which makes it 1,533 years old. Black Myth Wukong's production team also scanned this temple and created a similar one for their concept art, but I don't think it ever made it to the game in Chapter 3. By the way, I think the author of Journey to the West got the inspiration from another classic book to create the Womanland. That book is Shan Hai Jing. It also mentions the Womanland. Dude, the more I do research, the more I keep finding mythology references from this book. I feel like Shan Hai Jing is the encyclopedia of fantastic beasts, gods, yaoguais, and folklores. That's crazy. Number 4, multiverse. Not in the sense like Marvel, where you have a sacred timeline and many branches split off from that sacred timeline. No, it's more like a multiverse plus Men in Black. If you haven't seen the movie Men in Black, I'm about to spoil the ending for you. At the end of the movie, the scene keeps zooming out from New York City to Earth to the Milky Way until the galaxy itself becomes a marble ball, which an alien is casually playing with it. That's what Game Science originally wanted to do. Their idea was to have the old monkey's Buddhist necklace snap, causing one of the beads to fall to the ground and roll towards the camera. The camera would then zoom in on that bead, revealing that particular Wukong's world, transitioning seamlessly to the beginning of Chapter 1. Later, when Wukong defeated Lin Xuzi, a flood of memories would return to him, and the camera would zoom back out to the old monkey. That would have been an epic way to introduce the game. I like the concept, but at the same time, it seems a little bit too complicated and will shift the audience's focus to the multiverse. From a money-making perspective though, the multiverse is the way to go. Imagine Game Science creating different Wukong's games based on various Journey to the West adaptations. Then again, just look at Marvel's ever-expanding multiverse. One of the factors that led to the decline of the Marvel Cinematic Universe was, ironically, the multiverse. Number 5. 20% off discount god. In Chapter 2 animation, the silver-haired Chang'e is meeting secretly with a god. Well, who is he? When the game first came out, people were speculating he's the Jade Emperor. The truth is, nobody knows who he is except the animator who created him. Game Science outsourced this animation to a studio. The studio asked if Game Science could keep the secret dating scene. Game Science said, okay, but only if the studio gave them a 20% off discount for the whole animation production cost. Yang Qi kept asking for the identity of this god, but the studio did not answer this question. Number 6. Half human, half spider character design. When Game Science designed the female characters for Chapter 4, initially they wanted to make the Spider Sisters half human and half spider. In their sketches, you can see that there are spider legs sticking out from the waist. Oh, and by the way, the initial design of Erlang has white hair. Honestly, he looks better with black hair. Number 7. Black Myth Wukong real-life locations. This game has 36 filming locations, and 27 of them are in Shanxi Province. This is Shanxi Province. Initially, the team found reference materials on the internet to create and design the buildings themselves. However, they were not content with simply restoring the architectures and began incorporating original designs. Later, they realized this approach significantly lengthened the production cycle. So after some consideration, they decided to use cameras to scan existing ancient architectures to shorten production time and provide players with a sense of familiarity for a more immersive experience. The production team then created designs based on the scan results. In one of the locations, Shui Lu An, it has 3,700 color statues. There's another location that looks similar to Shui Lu An. It is Xiaoxi Tian Temple. In this space of the room alone, there are 1,978 statues. You can see the resemblance of these two temples in the game where the Destined One fights Yellow Brown. So yeah, if you're interested, book a ticket to China and visit them all. Number 8. The meaning of the word, the Destined One. The term Destined One originates from ancient Chinese poetry. We call it Tian Ming Ren. Tian means sky or heaven. Ming means destiny, and Ren means person. So you can also translate it to heaven-appointed person. Here's an example. In a poem from the Song Dynasty, the poem wrote, "A person's life is shaped by the inherent principles. My destiny is something I must fulfill. This line emphasizes the autonomy and responsibility of personal destiny, suggesting that everyone has a unique mission to complete. The term the Destined One typically refers to someone endowed with a special mission or responsibility by the heaven. In ancient China, emperors were seen as the quintessential representatives of the Destined One. They were appointed by the heaven to rule the nation. Number 9. The Sun Wukong theme game before Black Myth Wukong. Asura. I mentioned in my second Black Myth Wukong video that Asura was the first Sun Wukong theme game produced by the original Game Science production team before Feng Ji left Tencent and founded Game Science. There's an interview video back when Feng Ji was still working for Tencent, and the production team had been wanting to tell a good story since the making of Asura. A story that is excellent enough to leave a remarkable impression to people. And it chose Journey to the West because it has an excellent story. Asura's production team preserved the core conflict of Journey to the West and incorporated new interpretations into the original story. And that's where the book Wukong Zhuan came in. The plot of Asura is much more aligned with the book Wukong Zhuan, whereas Black Myth Wukong aligns closely with the book Journey to the West. Feng Ji said in that interview, so I think there's no reason not to turn a Chinese classic mythological story into an international game, one that we would also want to experience and become addicted to. As we can all see, he and the team finally achieved that a decade later. The Asura's animation in the interview video is quite similar to Black Myth Wukong's Chapter 6 animation. If you think Black Myth Wukong is a dark interpretation of Journey to the West, then Asura is much darker, because Asura took the framework of Journey to the West and combined the essence of the novel called Wukong Zhuan. We know that the gods in Black Myth Wukong are up to no good, but the game rarely explicitly explains why. The reasoning is only hinted at through certain cutscenes and characters' journals. For instance, the massacre of the Yaksha clan is briefly mentioned in the journals of the Yaksha king and Red Boy. However, in Asura, the game makes it explicit in its introduction webpage and promotional animations that the gods are evil, and they twist narratives to justify their actions. This dark interpretation of Journey to the West draws heavily from the book Wukong Zhuan. I translated the Asura's animations for you to watch, and I will put it at the end of my video after my outro. If you have read the novel Wukong Zhuan, you'll see just how similar the game Asura is to the novel, especially in its dialogue and wording. Once you read Wukong's dialogues, you will better understand his anger in Black Myth Wukong and why he chose to go against the Celestial Court. Even though the plots for these two games are different, the core game production team remains the same. You may be wondering, how dark is Asura? Well, why don't I just show you in a picture? If the book Journey to the West is the neutral center on a spectrum of dark to light-hearted interpretation, then Black Myth Wukong would lean a bit away from the original work. Wukong Zhuan would lean far away from the original work, and Asura would be farther away from Wukong Zhuan. The reason why I would rate Asura darker than Wukong Zhuan, even though it is based off of that book, is because the game adds more lores to different characters and gives a complete world setting than the book. You may be wondering, why are games in different adaptations of Journey to the West are on the dark spectrum? Is there anything on the light-hearted spectrum? Yes, there are. The 1986 TV show leans a bit off the center to the light-hearted side. The 1996 and 1998 TV shows are far off the center to the light-hearted side. It's a funny comfort show, and the movie, A Chinese Odyssey, is on the light-hearted side as well. But I put it outside of the line of the spectrum is because, well, technically, it's a romance film in the disguise of Journey to the West. It's not about Journey to the West. From watching all these animations, it's clear that Black Myth Wukong adopted many scenes from Asura. For example, that's funny. Both Black Myth Wukong and Asura start their games with a grand battle. The opening battle scene looks like Avatar, plus Pirates of the Caribbean. This is the second War of the Gods that Wukong started between Yaoguais and the gods. This clip is an 8-minute action film with no dialogues, and the animators did not put Wukong in the scene. Dude, what the hell? Anyway, let's get back to the last fun fact. And the final fun fact, number 10. Lyrics. For all the songs you hear in chapter animations and the final trailer, the lyrics were written by the same person, and you'll never guess who that is. The lyricist is the founder and CEO, Feng Ji. That man is literally born to be an artist, forced to be a CEO. He wrote all the songs. You can see his name in the animations and credit, except the one in the end of the bad ending. That one is the ending song for the 1986 Journey to the West TV show. By the way, the song with the catchy beat at the beginning of Chapter 2, the lyrics were also written by him. Here's another fun fact. That song is not sung in Mandarin. It is sung in Shanbei dialect. What is a dialect? To explain it simply, a dialect is a regional language. There are too many regional languages in China, which is why many Chinese people cannot understand the song without subtitles. In the Chinese voiceover for the game, because the song is sung in a dialect instead of Mandarin, I guess that's why the English voiceover for Bodhisattva Lingji has a Scottish accent.
You even took your master's head, just for a short reign over this barren valley.
But the funny thing is, in the Chinese voiceover, when Bodhisattva Lingji is not singing, he speaks in Mandarin instead of Shanbei dialect. There's one strange thing that I noticed when I did my research for the fun facts. The original animation for Chapter 3 is different than the one in the game, and I am not talking about the colors. Do you remember the scene in Chapter 3 when people are grabbing as much treasure as they can from the turtle? Well, the expressions of the people are different in these two versions. In the original version, people look happy, glowing, and beautiful. It looks like they are bathing in joy. But in the game version, people look greedy, disgusting, and vile. It is a full-on display of the worst side of humanity. I like the game version because it matches with what Yellowbrow says at the end of the animation. I'm sure most gamers don't even know the original animation for Chapter 3 is different than the one in the game. Unless you're like me, a content creator who found out about this during the research. Now, let's talk about the lore of the founder and CEO of Game Science. He has a very interesting past that led him into the game industry
go Dr. Vogue. About being broke again, beautiful Kitsuki pottery amongst the shattered men, matter bands when you apply enough pressure. Pleasure never meant the sandy heart, so rip these words apart, leave them scattered on the battlefield, legs and arms, swords and bombs, it never stops, on and on. Back in 94 I was a real young kid, now I'm bald Buddha dwelling in the city where the rain lived, climb the path to power and the only route to glory is a true story written in parable and allegory. Bad people doing bad things for good reasons, sad people suiciding the way to freedom, flow goddamn syndrome, lyrics are autistic, my mind is a bullet, but that just means ballistic, retarded, and I'm spazzing on to put me in a special class, waiting for the bell to ring, but even it won't save your ass. Save your ass, 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 save your ass.
Tollywad again. Bragging about a middle class, same damn mundane day, gotta hit it fast. Considering where I've been, I have to sit and laugh. An old man with a bold plan who got a little back. Had to whittle past the system with a reputation for making every step difficult as a riddle with no hints or relation. It's business before it's sacred. It's business before it's sacred. This is for the basics, formed with emplacements, born with a faith that's been worn or forsaken. If we stray from their course, we can stay fit. Build a core they can't break in. Watch the force awake. Until then, gotta get that broccoli up. Sip hot toddies and smoke ungodly bud in a shoddy hut. Owned by Dr. Vogue, way over the ocean in Bosnia. What's stopping us? Stopping us, stopping us, stopping us, stopping us, stopping us, stopping us.
Every time my penis is used, it drops a few pew. Whenever I finger bang a chick, my favorite sound effects is pew pew. I need this criminal activity to work out a few more times. I'm done signing my name without reading the paperwork first. April 1st, the worst day for a woman to say she gave birth. Who told you that fool's gold is being sold